Welcome back to another Real Talk reaction. This one's for Arrested Development Season 4, Episode number 13. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell as well. Tell a friend to keep telling their friend that we out here doing what we do best. Thank you.
Alright, just one comment from the last episode from executive producer JoJo, who says, agreed that maybe is one of the best, especially in these later seasons. I think her story is the only thing I remember about Season 5. Aaliyah, maybe? Shawkat has started another show more recently, Search Party, which is a great dark comedy and mystery. I've nominated it for reactions, but it seems to have gone under a lot of people's radar. Alright, well, let's jump into episode 13 right now.
George Michael Bluth had never been more popular. He was surrounded by people who were thrilled to be in his company.
Carlos was they're almost out of root beer, so I got you one with the last bit of root beer because I remember that somebody was saying that George Michael likes root beer.
And as his business was taking off...
Thanks a lot. Hey, you guys don't have to do all this, you know? This was just a little get-together for my girlfriend to show her I'm doing well, you know?
So was his romantic life.
What's the last root beer snow cone? I got that from Carlos.
Teach you for being such a kiss-ass.
And it was an ex-Bluth Company employee who was the most grateful to be in his company.
Want any of these? No, I'm fine. You know, I really appreciate you guys doing all this. I just wish I understood why.
Why?
That's why. Because you could ask us why we do this. I mean it.
The fact that you could be so down to earth.
Look so
Well,
young.
think
While
you
you're
gonna take
starting
over
this
the
giant
thing?
company.
You've created an opportunity many of us thought we'd never have again.
See, that's the part I don't understand, Carlos.
You know my name!
What's his name?
What's his name?
Okay, guys, I'm gonna learn all your names, I promise.
George?
And that's when he heard what had become his
What
name.
is all this?
Oh, it's just a little surprise.
You did this for me?
Yes. Well, they did it for me, but only because they knew I wanted to do something for you.
Maybe we could talk without your friends.
I mean, these guys aren't really my friends, you know, I barely know their names. I mean, I know Carlos, but only because of that old song, Carlos the Tickle Monster.
Wait, what song is that?
Oh, God, I knew he made that
Carlos
up.
the Tickle Monster.
But it did help me remember. Anyway, don't worry about these guys. They're not listening to a word we're saying. How about that kid?
We need to talk.
Now, the story of a family whose future was abruptly canceled. And the one son who had no choice but to keep himself together. It's George Michael's Arrested Development. George Michael's life was very different.
Give me on a scale of 1 to 10 your pleasure level.
Fine.
10 being the most pleasurable, 1 the least. Let's hope we get to 10.
Well, work our way up to it.
Bringing in an
Work our way up to
And
it.
that's when he realized what the straps were for.
Okay, so it's gonna be a...
N, C,
I think one on C.
N,
Oh, one on
M,
one for sure.
What?
One.
and Z.
One.
N,
One.
F,
One.
F.
Well,
yeah,
it was
yeah,
a year
yeah.
abroad that George Michael got an education in life. Because after a year of trying not to be an imposing guest in his new country, he was ready for a summer that would end up turning his life upside down.
Look at my
When the woman whose children he was nannying opened him up sexually.
Hey, did Ernesto get his 4 o'clock?
The drums are coming. Nothing matters now.
The Germans are coming. What's that?
Why do you kiss like this? The teeth. They must not be used like this.
It was actually a jaw and lip retraction issue, but she had neither a command of the language nor the data that we do.
You make love like a boy.
Spanish. Speak to me in Spanish. Because the only way that college credit is actually activated is right after...
Tómame.
Cooking at you?
Overpower me. Oh yes. Make me cry.
You're a terrible mother.
And so, it was a different George Michael that returned to school for senior year.
Junior, wow.
Eager to unleash his new overt sexuality on an unsuspecting campus.
Hey man, it gets better.
And for George Michael, senior year did get better. He was like a king returning to his
Like a
castle,
king returning to his castle.
only to discover that they thought he was two kings,
Welcome to your castle.
and they had doubled the size of his castle.
Double castle.
Can't wait to meet Michael Jordan.
George
It
Michael.
would be the perfect backdrop to unveil George Michael 2.0.
Todo mio. Todo mia? Mia.
Yeah, that's right. I thought he was too big.
But George Michael's development was about to be forestalled.
Dad! Pete
Go
died. Who's Pete?
You see Earl? I like this. I like the mustache.
It's kind of fun.
That's great. Probably don't want to shave it off before the start of next quarter, otherwise they're going to think you're a musician. Huh? But I love it, dude.
I'm never going to be louder than an electric guitar. Maybe using a band to showcase my woodblock skill is a dumb idea.
Too bad there's no such thing as an electric woodblock.
That sounds like a mother of an invention.
And so they set to work inventing a downloadable app that would allow one to play an electronic version of a woodblock on their smartphone.
That's important. Well, that's what it is. So it's basically like you'll always have a woodblock with you. I can't believe nobody's ever done this.
A quick something search would have shown the guys that there were already 3 woodblock apps on the market,
No.
So, there are 3 on the market.
which they did.
Así estamos en la jungla.
But even after doing that search, they were undeterred.
Download them. Come on, let's do it.
I hope we're not doing this on my account.
No, we're doing it so that we can see what the competition is like.
No, I mean on my iTunes account.
It's 99 cents.
Yeah, times 3.
And soon they
Yeah, $3.
realized what kind of competition they were up against.
Well, these are kids. I know. We're the mallet options. There's no choice of wood weight or grain type. There's no diameter hole option. I mean, what is this, Baby Talk?
Baby talk?
You know, the sharp metal box that you put in the crib. Is that not a well-known?
Is that baby
But this is
talk?
fine.
And they set to work.
No, I understand that. I get that. But it just seems like you're leaving a hole just right in the middle of the block.
Hold on, it'd be a block.
Although some of the work had to happen outside the room,
What is it, schoolwork?
which was challenging. And soon they were close to finishing an app they had decided to call
Wood block. It's taken. Block wood. It's taken.
And that's when he came up with,
Block of wood?
which was also taken.
Wow.
Block.
No. People are going to think we're in the chicken noise business.
How is that a chicken noise?
Block, block.
No. Well, it's kind of hard to do in these matador pants, but no. Block.
Block is available. Do you want fake block?
Oh,
Fake block?
Fake block. Okay, yes,
Oh my
we'll
god,
take that.
his whole thing was
No
supposed
problem.
to be. I thought
Like
it-
Facebook.
Could you
No,
hang
but
on
I
to
thought
that
he
for me,
was
please,
gonna-
and I'll call you back. Thank you.
It's Facebook.
It's $5,000
Fake
for
block.
the domain name, and then there's this whole XML website fee.
I got the last one.
That was 99 cents.
Times 3.
And George Michael realized he needed to bring in some cash.
We actually have a variety of subjects that high school students need tutoring in. If you want to just take a look at that list and let me know if there's anything there that you've handled before.
There
Lazy
was.
little girl.
Although George
Maybe.
Michael couldn't imagine it was the same
Yeah.
maybe.
Is this F in maybe F her last name or her grade?
That's her last name. But her most recent grade is, well, this just shows an Elvis Presley head.
So that bad? I'll take her.
Stay on top of her. You may need to ride her pretty hard.
Hey, you must be... What?
This is the girl that broke up with?
What is this? I can't wear this. Yeah, well, we dated for a while, but, you know, I was a kid, and I didn't know how to kiss yet.
Yeah, she was
I don't know,
like
for
that.
whatever reason, I listened to my dad, who said we shouldn't make it work.
Was she your first?
Cousin? No. Why would your mind go right to the...
No,
No.
prefers.
No, it's just he was
It's
right.
right.
We were
Cousin.
kids.
He said
I wasn't yet OS.
Overtly sexual.
It's I live and breathe.
OS.
Crazy. That's just crazy. Okay, so listen. After I let her in, you go and try and keep my dad out, all right? Can't let him get in the way of this one. Hey, you must be...
But first he had to cover his tracks.
What?
This had to look like fake.
George Michael? Huh? What is this? Nancy, what are you doing here?
So he did know the whole time.
But for the phrase "as I live and breathe,"
I'm supposed
he
to
nailed
tutor
it.
a kid from...
High school. Yeah. That's me.
crazy. That is just crazy.
And even though George Michael wanted to seduce her, he couldn't help but challenge her strategy for staying in high school.
Still, I mean, you have to make a living, right? Don't you need an education?
Well, don't forget, I'm a Harris.
Harris?
Yeah, someone who inherits a lot of money.
Yeah, well, you know, I wouldn't put all my eggs in that basket.
You know, it's fine. You don't get it. You've never been a risk taker. I like to with people. That's what I do. I'm making a statement.
I love it.
You know, I knew you were cool when I saw you wearing that shirt.
Thanks.
More betrayal.
Oh no, I get it too. No, I love it. I love it too. You know, I love to love now.
George Michael found himself less overtly sexual than he'd hoped.
Made a 40-year-old woman cry in Spain.
I love making love to Spanish women.
Get out.
And George Michael slipped back into seduction mode.
A man, a woman, a bedroom. Let's solve for X.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you know, in algebra, you have an unknown element, and we call it X, and then you have to solve for it to find out what number X is.
X isn't a number.
So you don't even really know the basic.
But in that moment, the urge to educate her was more powerful than the urge to kiss her.
All right, let's go ahead and
Something
start
like this.
working.
3x plus 1 equals 10.
And with the algebra lesson complete, George Michael pivoted back to his overtly sexual
So
seduction.
therefore, when I say you and me in a bedroom, let's solve for X, I'm stating it as a kind of formula.
Yeah, let's get wasted. Let's drink that formula.
It's not that kind of formula. No, I'll show you what a formula is real quick, because that's very important. You're going to
But when the door opened, George Michael's window of opportunity closed.
Bad news. P-Hound is yanking our chain.
First $3.
So that makes you hop on.
No, you're the hop on, Paul, and I know exactly who you're trying to hop on to. Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, well, you know, she's dating a cop, right?
Yeah, she likes risk takers like the P.
Hi. Keep moving. Can you believe this?
Maybe was excited, but George Michael knew the stakes were too high for him to continue the lie.
Cash in a favor to get us mentioned on Mad Money.
No, I think we just might want to slow down a little bit on the whole fake block thing, because I'm still not 100% finished with it.
Well, how finished are you with it? 200%? 500%?
I also feel like I'm
She
not
doesn't-
100% finished with your math tutor.
Right.
And then
You don't know
maybe
math.
said something that
How
made
finished are you?
500%? I would not get into bed with you on this thing if I didn't trust you.
I mean, of course you can trust me in bed.
No, I mean, I trust you not to take advantage of me.
No, I wouldn't. We would just lie there.
We just lie there? I mean, I'm talking about business.
So am I. That's why we would just lie there.
Okay. Because I was going to say, when you become an internet billionaire, you could do whatever you want with me in bed.
it was that. That's what made it.
He's like, get
It was so wrong to
Okay,
lie.
yeah.
Surely he would receive some sort of sign.
That nigga finna be like, now I'm finna be
But that
like,
wasn't it. That was his Uncle Joe wanting to meet him at a gay club to tell him his father was anxious to see him.
Really? Is he upset?
Do I seem like a clown to you?
I got it.
George Michael was worried, and even more so when he caught up with his uncle at a magic club.
You know that fake block? You know, that's my software. I wonder if my dad thinks I'm blowing him off because that's starting to take off now.
Well, you should go find out, because I do know that your dad is really, really, really upset with you.
He is upset? I asked you that. That was literally the first thing I asked you. You're giving me these crazy...
Mad.
So it was a very shaken George Michael who arrived later at the Ealing Club.
What do you mean I'm already up there?
As a frustrated Andy Richter was having trouble getting into the club he was a member.
He looks just like me. I'll just go up, I'll find him, Oh, come on.
Oh, hey, Donnie. Hey, I had you for a semester at openings.
Yeah, okay. All right. Hey, come on. I'm his guest. Is this man your guest?
Oh, no, I'm just meeting my dad here.
Oh, screw this. I'm going up. Oh, come on. Going up. Oh, come on! Oh, some openings child you are, man!
And George Michael girded himself for his first meeting with his father since he voted him out of the dorm.
Yeah, just a sea breeze, please. Make it a strong one. Let's put some stank on that.
George?
put some steak on that.
George Maharis?
And that's when he heard the name he'd forgotten he'd given out as his own. So he tried not to act surprised to hear it when he saw it was Rebel.
I see you.
Unfortunately, that meant being stuck affecting a blasé attitude.
Rebel Alley, we spoke 3 days ago.
I know. I remember.
Are you a member here?
No, I'm not. No, I just walked in past the big black security guard.
All of which now worked against him.
Okay, you know what? I was just trying to be nice. You're just a jerk. You're a bigger jerk than Andy Richter over there.
Son of a bitch. I'm Andy Richter. Probably make like $8,000 a day or something.
Hey, I'm sorry. I'm in the middle of a whole thing with my dad right now, and I didn't mean to be. However, I just came off.
Badly.
Well, I'm sorry. I've never met a beautiful actress before.
Oh, so you do know who I am?
Oh, God, of course I know who you are. You were in the remake of Dangerous Cousins. I signed up to Netflix because of that movie. I think I was just thrown that you were interested in who I am.
Oh, you are George Maharis.
The
Everyone's
remake of
talking
Dangerous
about your
Cousins.
software company. I'm sure
Right,
women are
actual
just
movie, too.
throwing themselves at your feet.
Well, I prefer a woman who aims higher.
That was funny.
Yeah, I know, that was good. That was like smooth. Hey, we have the same taste in words.
Okay, should we get a drink? I'm fine. I don't want you to think I'm after you for your money.
George Michael was thrown by what was clearly Rebel's stated interest in him, which is perhaps why he ignored the page that he assumed was from his father.
Is George Michael here?
Is George Michael here?
Oh, God. Just remind me not to go in the men's room. Would you excuse me? I'm just going to use the men's room.
Okay.
And while checking his messages, he got some good news.
I am having real trouble getting up there. This traffic is unbelievable. We got a light aircraft right in the middle of the freeway.
Right in front of that aircraft.
While Michael was leaving a second message, George Michael left one for him.
Hey, hang on, this is you.
Hey, it's me. You know what? I bet we're sitting in the exact same traffic. This is a mess.
Now hoping to ensure that
They
his
both in the
father
same
would
building,
make it to
right?
their
Same
meeting.
club.
Oh, God, they're forcing us off. Oh, God, they're forcing us off. But we could just do this another time if that worked. Maybe that's better.
Oh, God, they're forcing us
They're
off.
closing the lane.
They're forcing us off.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Same traffic. Unreal. Michael Bluth doing the film about my family and...
Yeah, when are we going to get your kid's signature, though?
I'm working on it, and I got a hold of him. And we'll meet here tonight, but I think that he's blown me off.
Well, yeah, kids will be kids, right?
Well, a month ago, I would have told you that he and I were exactly the same, that we were twins, but now, I wouldn't even think of my son as my brother. The thing is...
It's not gonna.
Walk off.
I don't care.
I wish I could do that, motherfucker. You know what? This is
On the next
uninteresting.
Arrested
You know I would, babe.
George
Yeah, you
Michael
would.
made himself the subject
But I
of
have
a
to be there
lawsuit
with you.
over the ownership of Fake Block.
Only
Put in a good word on the missing
Uh-huh.
signature case. That's a career maker. That's an OJ. You just need one of those.
You could just walk with me, babe.
But
That's
was
true.
it or was it not my client who put up the initial seed money for the block software that served as the underlying architecture of Fake Block?
It was 99 cents.
Times three.
Times three.
Times
This is on
three.
Facebook.
Can I say something to my client?
Take to the sea.
All right, that was episode 13 of Arrested Development, and it was a good episode. Pretty funny. I like Michael Cera, a.k.a. George Michael, a.k.a. George Mahara. I like that part right there. And again, they're doing a great job showing how they already crafted this whole season and bringing everything all back together, in one go. And I like everybody's backstory on there. George Michael's had one of the most hilarious ones, too. This was all makes sense. Maybes was just as funny as well. I think these two, though, right here, were the funniest ones going on. So now, where do we go for the last two that we got on there? Obviously, maybe we got one more backstory, and then they all come, together at the end on the very last one. But I enjoyed this George Michael one right here. So let's see what they got on the next one.
Yeah, I've said this several times throughout this season specifically. I think you're so, captivated by trying to figure out what they're about to reveal because you know that we've seen something. So it's what are the parts that are being revealed that we didn't know about? So I love the whole reveal that the actual software that he's building is not anything what he was going to. It's just going to be a wood block. That is so funny to me. It gives me classic callbacks to Jimmy Fallon and the cowbell, all of that. Like, that's all I thought about with that whole part, too. So that was really fun. But, like, my favorite aspect of this entire episode was the voicemail exchange. I thought that was so great because it elevated it so much more than even what we got to see previously. Like, it just went on and on and on. And that the fact that they were battling through voicemails was freaking very funny to me. I really enjoyed that. So all in all, I thought it was, in my opinion, very just as entertaining as the Maybe one was. But again, Maybe's in this one a lot too. So I don't know if that's why that is. But I thought it was pretty entertaining and looking forward to see where it goes from this point forward.
All right, well, look, thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk reaction for Arrested Development Season 4, Episode 13. And until next time, people,